more Native Americans should know, hey, when you go to these national parks, do not pay. Show your tribal ID and exercise your rights to get in for free, because those are gifts from the Creator. A lot has been taken from us already, and that's not one thing that we're gonna allow to be controlled or taken away from us. The picture, I was like, just for the pictures, like if we take some pictures and stuff, I'm gonna like with my shoes on. So I decided to put the boots on last minute, but I was gonna come in with slides, dude. Good thing I did it.
She's an entrepreneur, artist, and an Indigenous queen. My guest, Stella Standingbear.
Thank you for having me.
Back at it again.
Yes, sir.
Damn, dude. Since the first time, since part 1, you've been going crazy. You've been doing a lot.
How long has it been? Like maybe 3 months?
Has it? I think it's been longer than that.
Longer than that?
Yeah, that's crazy. How has your life changed?
A lot more bookings, a lot more engagement online for sure. It's just been a blessing. I just feel like everything is just working out the way it needs to, and it just keeps on progressing.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited and I feel blessed.
How has the music or the sound changed since the EP?
I'd say we're gonna turn up a little bit more. We're gonna turn up the notch. We're gonna get it hot. We're gonna get it hot on this next project. I feel like Still Standing EP was a great way to introduce myself, and I felt like it was needed in the world at that time. And of course, like with my next EP, is called Crossing Over. It has All Right on it, which is almost like it could have been on Still Standing EP. So it still has that touch of the Still Standing EP, but with a little more spice, I don't know, a little
more energy.
You know,
let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
It's funny because it's not the summer anymore.
No.
So it's gonna probably get the energy going again, because we're about to go to fall. And people are gonna come down. It's like, nah, you're gonna be like, nah, bring it back. So you've been doing a lot of shows and just a lot of dope shit, stadiums. Like, damn, I've seen that. What has been your favorite place to perform at?
I'd say it would have to be Pine Ridge.
Oof.
Pine Ridge Reservation. Like the Montana 300 show was crazy. Like it was insane. I love the energy. So far, Pine Ridge Reservation. But I do have some upcoming shows, so I'm super excited to see how they play out.
You have this very known Indigenous background, and you are pushing that out like nobody else is doing out there. How does it feel that they're looking up to you and being like, oh, it can be done? You know, because I feel like before it was kind of like not really supported in a way, but you've been able to breach that gap where it's like, okay, there's something there, and people are paying more attention. How does that feel?
It feels great. I definitely, like with the Indigenous community, being in it, I did discover like new artists, you know, other artists that are also doing what I'm doing as well. I have a collaboration. I just want to say this side note. I have a collaboration on the EP with Northside Baby. So he's an Indigenous artist as well. So I'm super excited to meet other individuals, like-minded individuals, and to share a passion together. But with these kids, you know, watching us, I just want to be a positive role model. And, you know, going out to Canada for the Indigenous Hip Hop Awards and being nominated for 3 awards.
I was big.
And bringing home 2 awards. You know, I was not only winning those awards, you know, for myself and for my team, but also for my reservation, especially for the kids on the reservation, to motivate them and show them that no dream is too big to accomplish, that they could do that as well, you know, with their passion, whether if it's music or a different type of art or clothing, etc. So I think that was a really big moment. And I work at a recording studio too there. I work in the community. So anyone that wants to do music in the community, whether they're youth or older, that we also have that space. And I'm also, you know, working with people in my community as well that want to do something like this. So
that's dope. Are things getting more stressful with everything going on?
I wouldn't necessarily say stressful. I mean, there's always going to be stress, but like I just like, you know, learning to go with the flow and do my best, and you know, everything will work out the way it needs to. So I try not to stress about things and stay in a positive mood and be optimistic and let the little things go that are not necessary. You know, it's not needed. It's not necessary. You know, everything will work out. Most of the times in past situations where I did find myself stressed, it worked out anyway. So therefore, like I was stressing for no reason. Like that wasn't even necessary. So like moving forward, I feel like I've done some growing as far as like stress levels, and just, you know, something like seems to be stressing me out, just let it go, because I know it's going to work out the way it needs to, and those emotions aren't necessary. Like they're not needed. So just focusing on the positives, really.
It's funny because I've noticed that stress is just challenges that give you data to see if you're that person. You know, if you can't deal with the stress that's being given to you, it means that you can't manage the blessings that have been given to you.
Mm.
Usually when you can't manage those things, they're taken away because the universe is like, I don't want to give you something that hurts you.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
can see that.
we'll take it away and then you can chill. But once you do chill, you're like, damn, I fucked up. Because everything we pray for is usually stressful because it's new. It's new energy that you don't know, you know, and it could look like anxiety. It could look like something negative, but it's just something new that you don't know how to deal with until you learn how to manage it. And then you just get something else that is stronger and more stressful. That you have to learn how to deal with that.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and what's next? Like, what's coming up? What are you gonna do?
Got the EP dropping. I call it Crossing Over, and I have the cover art as like a native basketball player. Just because res ball is huge.
Really?
On the reservations. Like there's a lot of ballers out there. Shout out to all the ballers out there on the res. Keep doing your thing. Keep making them 3-pointers. Keep making them shots. So yeah, I decided to go with that. I used to play basketball in high school. I was and in junior high I was a point guard position. So I played basketball, and there's a crossover move. When you kind of school somebody and you make the shot in. So crossing over is like a double entendre, as well as like me crossing over into the stardom. Me, leveling up on myself. Becoming the superstar. 6 songs. I got 1 feature on it. Northside Babies from Alberta, Canada. Shout out to Canada. I love Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And so I got the EP dropping. I got some shows coming up. I will be in Red Lake, Minnesota, performing with Kyle, Super Duper Kyle.
Ooh, he's dope.
Yeah.
He's fucking dope. I fuck with him.
Yeah, I probably not should sing the song, so I don't want the interview taken down. I don't want the interview taken down like the Drake interview.
Oh, I saw
like
that.
The Drake interview.
No.
Yeah, I got some awesome shows coming up. I'm super excited for, and just gonna keep grinding on my social media. Facebook has been crazy.
Yeah,
that's
going crazy.
Facebook, shout out to all my Facebook people supporting.
Yeah.
Like I really appreciate it. Like it was crazy to gain that many supporters, 52,000 supporters in like a span of 6 weeks.
Do you think it's because, Facebook is more on the older side, and a lot of older folks are like, wow, there's a young Indigenous person doing this. Like, that's huge. You're living their dream, and they want to support that, so they're living through you.
I think that's true. Also, I feel like Facebook is a little more engaging than other platforms,
It's true.
With Instagram, you scroll, save it, scroll, Same thing with TikTok.
Yeah.
But with Facebook, you could react to the post. If it's a like, a heart, you could react to it. Not only that, you can leave a comment. You could repost it onto the feed where it shows everybody who's friends with that person or following that person. It's now on their feed. So I think it's easier to gain traction like that. So Instagram, you can't repost someone's post and it's on your feed. You can only do it on the story. And then if somebody sees it on the story, what are the odds of them clicking on the story? They already seen it.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to click on it. Just, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a little like the algorithm is a little more easier on Facebook. It's a little more engaging for the creator as well as the supporters. So.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it that way, but that makes sense. They post it on theirs and everybody else sees it. That's dope.
Yeah, don't sleep on Facebook, y'all.
No,
don't sleep on Facebook.
I'm meta.
I'm meta, yeah.
So since you started this journey, when you rebranded, you became Stella Standingbear, what has been the most challenging thing and how did you get through it?
I feel like I thought about this the other day and then I had it just in the back of my mind, but that's probably something different than what I'm going to say now. But just what came up to the top of my head now, the most challenging thing I would say is being my manager. Right now, because I'm also the artist. I want to create music, and then I'm also the content creator. So I'm also filming content, but then I'm also doing the manager side, which is replying to emails for bookings, making phone calls for bookings, also making sure the songs uploaded, the songs are registered, that everything's copywritten, that I'm not that it's on register in my PRO, song trust, sound exchange, like all the business side, agreements, negotiations, logistics, because my team is growing. So I have Adam Banks that produces my music.
Shout out to Adam.
Yeah, shout out to Adam Vinks, but he's also my guitar player for live shows.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm adding on a couple of dancers for my show in Arizona. Ooh. So, I got my stylist. And then I'm also putting a band together. So it's kind of like I'm also managing the business side and, my team. I'm managing my team. I'm managing my artists, but I am the artist.
How long till somebody out there, if anybody's looking for a dope ass artist, hit her up, man.
It has to be the right person, really, because I want to make sure that the manager that is interested is doing more than what I'm doing now.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just I can do this and this and this for you, or like I have to teach them how to manage me.
Yes.
At that point, it's not even worth it, Yeah. So I could just handle my own business, be my own CEO. So I would just say like learning how to balance these specific days, my managing days, and these days I could be the artist, or I don't know.
It's funny because when it comes to business, a lot of artists don't understand the business side of it.
Yeah.
And like you said right now, you have to find somebody who does it better than you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or else it makes no sense. Why am I going to waste my time? Because Warren Buffett once said, if you buy a dog, don't do the barking for them. Meaning if you pay somebody and if you hire somebody to do your job, they have to be better than you.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to end up doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes no sense.
Exactly. But at the same time, it's good because when somebody comes to manage me, I know what they're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
So they're like, you can't give me the short end of the stick because I managed an artist before.
Yeah.
And I know how to manage an artist. So I guess that's kind of good of like, I know what to expect of a manager.
I think that's the most important part of it, that you did everything, Especially even, I get you 100%, dude, because this show too is just like constantly you doing yourself and the energy gets a lot sometimes. Yeah. Have you noticed that when you go through a big up of energy, all of a sudden, when that's done, you need time off, dude. Yeah. Just to let go and like meditate, because it's so hard, dude. It's like anxiety driven. Yeah. It's so exciting, and then it's like you fall and it's like I can't even chill when I'm
get burnt out
supposed to be relaxing. Yeah. What about your personal side? How's that going?
My personal life is going great. Right now, I'm just like remodeling my home. So that's what I've been doing with my personal time, painting and gotta lay some floor down. So just like,
where's that at?
Like in Pine Ridge.
Oh yeah? Brand new house over there?
Yeah.
That's dope shit.
Yeah. So that's like what most of my personal life right there. Of course, spending time with family, checking in on my family, spending time with them, going out with them. But like while I'm here in Utah, but then when I'm at home, just gotta get that house done. Like I'm always leaving all the time, so it's like a consistent thing. But no.
Is it hard sometimes, when you got so much going on in the artist side and the business side, because you feel it when the personal side starts getting away a little bit?
Yeah.
Is it important to get back and try to get back to the basics?
Yeah, because I feel like I kind of like started dreading like doing my personal stuff. Like, this is kind of like a burden almost. Like, I got to paint the house and do this, and it's taking me away from my management time and it's taking me away from my artist time. But then I actually felt myself getting into it a little bit. Like I'm putting my energy into my home, like I'm taking the energy into the space I'm going to be eating, living, breathing, and putting that love and putting that care into my space, and that's very important. So I actually found peace in it, I actually felt motivation in that side. So I think it's needed. I mean, it's about balancing everything out, in all areas, all aspects of life.
I was talking to my girl and I was telling her how balance really is what healthy looks like. Meaning, if I'm too much into my girl, like too much is all about her, that's not okay. Yeah. But if I'm not about her at all, that's not okay either.
Yep.
Even going to a gym all the time, there's something going on, But not going to a gym at all, there's something wrong too.
Yeah.
If you can keep a balance in your life, I feel like you're pretty healthy. You don't have to be so hardcore into one side.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
Last episode, we were talking about missing murder Indigenous women.
Yes.
How important is that topic for you still?
It's very much important. I talk about it at my shows and every time I get the opportunity to do so, to shed light and awareness on that topic. After our interview, I actually partnered up with MMIW Plus Utah.
Really?
Yeah, to raise funds for LMA, which went missing a few years back. So I was able to help on that scale for a search party.
Wow.
And so, bring LMA home. Her niece, Seraphine, actually did a walk all the way from the Navajo reservation all the way up to Washington, D.C. to bring attention to her aunt's case, because most of the time these family members are being that investigators are doing the jobs. And so she brought attention, and they're able to make a break in the case, and still searching for her. And you know, prayers out to that family and all the other families that are dealing with that. I was honored to be able to help where I can, and I'll always help where I can. So that's
dope, dude. I love that. I feel like it is a topic that needs to be talked more about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is an actual problem that's going on.
It's human rights, you know, and Utah is actually in the top 10 states for this issue.
Really?
Top 10, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. What do you think independent artists like yourself are doing wrong in the music industry right now?
If I could give advice to independent artists in the music industry, do your research, watch YouTube videos. I think there's a book, The Music Bible. I think it's Music Business 101. It's the red and the yellow cover. But yeah, read that book. It has a lot of great information, and just be knowledgeable, and you know your music business. The music is important, and it's a great way to express yourself, and of course have fun with it. And yeah, most importantly, have fun. Oof, this is supposed to be something you're supposed to enjoy doing. It's not supposed to be a chore, or like something consistently stressed out about. Okay, a little stress, yeah, but like it's supposed to be fun for the most part. So enjoy it, enjoy the journey. It's not like, you know, it's gonna take time, and but most importantly, know your music business. Do your paperwork, regardless if they're your friend or you worked with them for so long. It doesn't matter if they're someone new. Do your paperwork. Do your split sheets. Do your written agreements. If you have an agreement with somebody, make sure it's in writing. Make sure both of y'all sign it. Use DocuSign. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether if it shows, it's for a feature, it's for someone recording you.
Yeah.
You know, get your files, have a hard drive, you know, make sure you look out for yourself, because
this is slimy out there.
Yeah, get real quick. So yeah, protect yourself, know your rights, know your music rights, you know.
I love how you talk about, you know, it gets stressful, but it's supposed to be a little stressful, but have fun at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people are always complaining at how they can't get up in the morning, you know. And I always say it's because your body knows that you're about to go and do something that you don't like.
Yeah, that's true.
So your body doesn't want to wake up, because you know this, when you got a show going on or something that you really want to do, you get up early. You get out so much earlier. Your body wakes up excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like a lot of creators are missing. They do it just because of what they saw somebody else gain. They forget to do it because you really just want to do it.
Yeah.
Because lately, dude, I've seen so many creatives take a bunch of energy drinks and everything to keep going, right? And I'm like, I've never taken one energy drink in my life because I'm so excited about everything. I could be so tired, dude. But as soon as I get that meeting or that episode I gotta go on, I am fucking, I don't know. I mean, it feels like I'm on cocaine, because I'm like, shit, we have so much energy, you know? And that's what I think a lot of people are missing. But before we did this episode, you went down to Zion's National Park.
Yes.
And you went through some crazy stuff.
Yeah. So I went out to Cedar City for the Yen on Fire Festival. Great festival. Loved it. It was amazing. Thank you so much for having me. So I was in the area. I wanted to go to Zion National Park, you know, take some pictures, create some content, you know. I was on the content grind no matter what. So going in, I see like, you know, TPs from like hotel businesses. I don't know if they're native owned. I didn't really look into it, but going in, I seen like Indian art, Indian jewelry. You know, Indian is not the proper term, just so everybody knows.
Exactly.
To call Indigenous or a Native American person. That was a mistake that Christopher Columbus made when he came here, like centuries ago. It feels like, I mean, we're in 2023. A mistake that a colonizer made. Facts. Thinking that they came to India. So it's not Indian. Don't say that. The respectful thing to say is a Native American or Indigenous. So I seen that, and to me, that just kind of rubs me the wrong way personally, because it's not educational. It's not educated. You know, it's an uneducated term.
Yeah.
And so, going in, and then I see this gay, and I thought it was for free. Like, I thought like I could go enjoy Zion National Park. I didn't expect a $35 fee. So right off the bat, I just started to get upset.
$35?
$35 a car. So I just kind of I started getting upset, especially using Native American culture to sell the place, basically.
Gain money.
Yeah, and I don't know if any of that is going back to the indigenous community. I don't know. I can't say for certain, but I have a good idea that it's not, but I'll do my own research and I'll get a for sure answer on that. But honestly, I got super upset. I was like, no, this doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right that I have to go pay for this. It doesn't feel right at all, and I refuse to. I'm not going to pay for this. So we turned around and we left, and I just cried.
Wow.
Cried for like 20 minutes.
It is true, dude. I mean, you guys, your people had to go through so much for them to do that. It makes no sense. And it is a national treasure that we have. In your place, like in your shoes, an indigenous person, why having to pay? Maybe me, because I'm not indigenous, I would have to pay because it makes sense. But for someone like you, it makes no sense.
Yeah, and I am an enrolled tribal member, so I looked online on their website, like, do indigenous people get in for free? Like, Native Americans get in for free? There was nothing on the website. It says, for ceremony, but you would have to call in advance and do all this crazy stuff. So I was upset. I cried in the car, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to pay for Zion Park. I'm not. Yeah. Like, I'm going, next time I come, like, I'm going in and I'm not paying. Like, I made that for sure, for certain. Like, I'm going to make this change. So I posted it on my Facebook and I said, all Native Americans should get into all of the national parks without charge for free.
Facts.
And then I got some comments from my community, I totally agree with you. Also I feel disrespected when I go to my ceremony grounds and I'm asked to pay.
Yeah.
And I also had someone comment, I go to all the national parks, I enjoy them, but I fight them to get in.
Wow.
As well as I refuse to pay for a fishing license and I fight them. I fight for my rights. And he said, I asked myself, what would my ancestors do? That's what he said. So that really hit me and that gave me motivation because I already felt like fighting. I was like, I'm already a flame on fire. That just put gas on the flame, That was just super upsetting. And I had someone else comment like, I've been traveling to all the national parks for the last 2 years. I show them my tribal ID and I've gotten in free to every national park. And so, I asked her some questions and so next time when I go to Zion, I'm going to show them my tribal ID and I'm going to expect to get in for free. She said museums as well. So when I go to these facilities, I'm going to expect that I get in for free and I'm going to exercise my rights and I'm going to make it known. And, if I have to protest it, then that is what it's going to be. But that information is nowhere to be found online. It's not on the Zion National Park website. You Google it. They say no, tribal members do not get into these parks for free or museums for free. So if you go online, as a Native American, you're thinking that, right? But for the Native Americans, they're like, oh, show me my tribal ID, I'm getting in. Yeah. Like, I think that should be spreaded out more. So that information should be passed on more, and more Native Americans should know, hey, when you go to these national parks, do not pay. Show your tribal ID and exercise your rights to get in for free because those are gifts from the Creator, and a lot has been taken from us already. And that's not one thing that we're going to allow to be controlled or taken away from us.
They do kind of hide it because I've never heard about that.
Right.
There should be a sign or something, just like where it says we support our troops. It should say Indigenous or Native people getting for free with your ID or something. It should say that, but why doesn't it say that?
And I also feel like without the tribal member ID, they don't need proof. I'm Indigenous. I'm Native American.
My blood is Indigenous. I should be able to be here for free.
Yes, exactly. They're making a lot of money. It was packed. $35 a car.
I think it makes a lot of sense for you to feel that way because you're in the forefront of this issue, bro. You know what I mean? You really are pushing for your people.
Of course.
And your people depend on someone like you. I feel like if you keep pushing those topics with your music and your influence, you're going to make a big change.
I appreciate that. Thank you for giving me the platform and the opportunity to speak. So I really appreciate it, dude.
I'm excited for you. And, I know 100% big things are gonna happen to you. It's coming, and it's going fast.
Yeah.
So get ready, dude.
Yeah, let's go. Ready. Let's go. I'll start it with home runs, with Adam Banks to going #1 on the Indigenous Music Countdown, powered by SiriusXM. Playing across over 13 radio stations in Canada, getting premiered on television from Fox to FNX to winning 2 Hip Hop Indigenous Awards and getting nominated 3 times, and NAMMYs are next. That's the Native American Music Awards, so that is next on my agenda.
I'm so excited for you, dude.
I'm super excited too. And thank you for being part of the journey and doing these interviews with me. This is our second one, but it won't be our last one.
Oh, no, trust me, bro.
Let's go.
So what do you got to tell the people? Where can they find you?
You can find me on all music platforms or all social media platforms, Stella Standingbear. To make things easy, you can also go to stellastandingbear.com.
Let's go.
Best way to support me is supporting my merchandise, which you can find on my website, as well as streaming my music, sharing my stuff. And if I'm coming to a city near you, I'd love to meet you, so come see me in person. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and supporting, and I'm only looking forward to going up.
Let's go. And to you guys, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with us right now.
Yes.
With Stella and your host, Maikon. And Stella?
Yes.
I'm on a mission right now.
On a mission?
I'm working hard, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting in work because I want to get Post Malone on this show.
Yo, that's fire. Let's go.
Yo, we in Utah.
Shout out to Posty. Yeah.
Shout out to Posty.
Young boy's still here too, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to get him too.
Let's go.
Possibly. I don't know if he's still here. I'm not sure.
I think he might still be.
Probably. If he is, then shit, we're going to get him too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, let's go.
I believe in it, and I believe in you, and, thank you for this opportunity, and shout out to this facility for having us.
Shout out to the producer, Joe.
Producer Joe.
Analog Dreams. This is a beautiful place.
Yes.
If any upcoming artists want to pull up, get your shit together, because sometimes it sounds a little off,
Yeah.
Pull up on Joe, you know what I'm saying? So he can make you sound good. You could probably maybe make you sound like Stella Standingbear, but you got to be talented,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Shout out to Joe. Thank you, Joe.
Shout out to Joe. Yeah, big time. Thank you, Joe. We're going to have him on the show for sure. But yeah, and last but not least, please, guys, I've been saying this the whole time and motherfuckers don't listen. Stop cheating, man. There's a lot of people cheating still.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on. I really know. And I'm trying to push this topic.
Yep. Absolutely.
But a lot of people not listening.
I think it might have started with cheating on tests, in high school, just to make it through, just to pass the test,
So
I think that's where it started, maybe.
Probably.
leave the cheating to high school.
To the kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. On a real note, it's definitely past trauma.
Oh, 100%.
And some people just kind of bury that trauma, but in all reality, they need to face it.
Yeah.
Face the dark sides of oneself and bring them to the light and make peace with that part of oneself.
Yeah. Again, thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, go to sleep early. Love yourself. And please drink some water.
Mini Wachoni, water is life.
Ooh, okay. Yes, sir. Love you guys. Peace out. Yo, that shit was dope.